An update now to a story that we have been following. After a teen was killed while riding his mini bike on a local trail, Metro Police are now calling this an accident. The 16-year-old was riding his mini bike on a trail in North Las Vegas. At first, police said that a cable was tied to a pole from a fence across the pathway, which struck Angel's neck. Now police believe that that cable may have been on the ground and flew up into the air, hitting him in the neck. LVMPD has been in contact with Angel's family for the past week. Police say witnesses saw Angel sitting up after the injury, but he ultimately died.